Hey everyone. Yeah, it just crashed, and it takes a while to... It took a while to load up, so I just went and got a beverage. Huh? Hit continue. Interesting. Whatever. My father is lost, turned to stone by Delilah. These words don't even seem real. Witchcraft, something I never even thought would be possible, but now I have to believe it in it, so I can believe that it can be undone. Delilah came to be my aunt, her rightful heir. Truth or lies, all I know is that she used magic to take my throne, aided by that Deweezel Duke Abiel. They must have been working this plan for years, buying disloyalty with promises. Even Ramsay, captain of the city watch, planting in everyone's mind that the idea my father and I could be responsible for those monstrous killings. That one or both of us were the crown killer. I'm not in trusting mood, but Megan Foster says she knows Anton Sokolov, our old royal physician. She helped me escape the coup. So, she's all I have right now. We're setting stuff for circle on us. My Dunwall, my home, is no longer safe for me. But I never really was safe. I never really will be. The sooner I get that through my skull, the better. This time it wasn't a dream. I've read about the void in the outside. I imagined them. Now I've seen these wonders for myself. Strange doesn't begin to cover it. The outside has terrible eyes, black on black. He offered me something I know. These gifts come with a price, but I couldn't refuse. This power might give me the edge I need to defeat Delilah and Duke Abiel. I'll worry about paying the cost later. And what price I'll pay for this other gift. My mother's beloved voice, trapped in the strangest contraption. It is both comforting and chilling to be able to talk to her again, and yet it is not entirely a person I knew anymore. This thing, the heart, it's there and not there. I have to focus in any way to see it. We arrive at the southernmost tip of the empire. Strange fragrances all around. Salt, fish, spice. I don't know how to blend in here. I don't know what to eat or where to go, but this is where my father was born, so part of me belongs here too. And these are my people. Oh, they were until my throne was stolen by Delilah. I'm coming for you to Delilah with you. My new powers. All I needed is a plan. Spoke up to help me escape the coup, but she's giving me the side eye when I think I'm not looking. She's a like for the moment, though. Soon I hope Anton Sokolov will joining us. My old teacher, keenest intellectual in the empire, filthy mouth gone and got himself abducted. Megan says the last year was dragged toward Adame Institute by the Crown Killer, which makes no sense to me unless the Crown Killer's a patient there. Maybe he needs medicine or something, but how can a deranged patient be working for the Duke and Delilah? Adame's chief alchemist might know Alexandria Hypatia. She's been running this place for years. She's famous for curing minors' diseases. If I can do anything, she'll make it talk. Okay. Lyman, by now you know Cuban Dunwall. Don't worry, I'm safe. Hiding far away from my friends. I implore you, do not try anything reckless and don't go back to Bristol. Stay in Morley. There's nothing you can do against Delilah. I can't say I have a solid plan yet, but you know how well I improvise in desperate situations. One of the time I kept a straight face during white straws fought, all the while sitting at my desk without pants. Past the 5 of that, I'll get through this. For now, I'll need to stay hidden and act alone. Trust me, we'll see each other again, I promise. Man, is Wyman gonna be in on it?
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back there. What would we have done in the old days? All the shadows we'd stay.
Anton, you didn't improve the head gasket sealing with a guano coating's the worst you ever had. I'll make you sleep in the engine room if you don't fix your mess by tomorrow. Megan, if all inventors as delicate and short temper as you and I will be still powdering and carved out logs. Megan, I made some mulberry cakes. My own recipe for about TV space is left in the galley. Anton, where are you? I'll never hurt you. I'll find you. I swear I miss you. Yeah.
You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
The effective winds of the Carnican landmass resulting economic positions. Whale oil liquid power, astonishing that within these beasts inside the oil harvested along with their flesh was enough power to see the isles through these tumultuous years. It all seemed limitless, but now the lights had begun to dim. Official folks say the great beasts are increasingly rare. Not all places will suffer this lock equally. Fellow natural philosophers, Karnak has a future at the cleft and Shindari Peak, through which the winds are channeled and amplified. As the whale oil begins to run short with the cost of fighting remaining leviathans escalating beyond the worth of the whale itself, Karnak will find itself ascending among these isles.
We've been en route for 2 weeks.
Why is this here? It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
A colleague of mine owns a stunning map of a known world, adorned with curlicules and sea beasts. It's been a cherished spot on her mantle. Over her mantle. She paid handsomely for it and has been so bristled when I enumerated the various eras. Chief among them, of course, the size and placement of the Pandesian continent. Oh, how cartographers are loath to show how small and distant our empire really is compared to that giant landmass, as if Pandesia were but a few days' journey from Aaron. Every veteran ship captain knows that it takes months to reach those shores. I doubt that Pandesia was rich in resources, but a place that must be understood if we ever hope to exploit its myriad treasures. These were my thoughts as I agreed to join the ill-fated expedition, and so it was on the 3rd day of the month of Earth. Under calm grey skies, the great sea vessel Antonio Aquilo set sail with captain, crew, researchers, myself, 38 of us in total. For it will be the most terrifying and spiritually draining experience of my life. Luckily, the crash happened at a pretty halfway point, so I could just upload through VODs. I wondered whether I had another book in me. The bloodfly epidemic, coupled with basic information, life cycle, and behavior, might make an excellent project for this natural philosopher. Bloodflies are exotic creatures unlike anything else in the Serconis. I suspect they originated on the Pandesian continent. In groups of 3 or fewer, they are harmless individuals when attacked, leading me to speculate that each emits a scent that has a collective effect on a larger number of bloodflies. Bloodflies are attacked to rapid movements and sound. The nests can be broken apart, scattered amongst the swarm, and in particular the nests are quite susceptible to fire. The insects require fresh corpses to lay their eggs, which hatch in breathtaking fashion after a very short time. More corpses in the Serconin city, say during crisis of plague, meaning more bloodflies. Interestingly, in the last part of the bloodfly cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing the wings to drop off. Afterward, each bloodfly lives a solitary existence, very odd. Bloodflies are usually restricted to south, preferring warmer climates like certain aging natural philosophers.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague.
I'll always miss my lessons with Anton Sokolov. He made so many clever devices during my mother's time.
Empire. The cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Why couldn't our man enjoy his last years in a warmer climate, the good wines and spicy foods, without stumbling into another nest of aristocratic vipers, eager to coil around the heart of this empire? As I've learned more each week for months now, I've on my mind turning over the movements beneath the surface here in Karkana. Duke Luca Abiel, and some inner circle that seems to include Captain Mortimer Ramsey of the Dunwall City Watch, the betrayal that boggles the mind. How many others are involved? They aim to the venom at our dearest empress, young Emily, that much is certain, but when will they take a shrek? Do I dare spend another month gathering stray bits of esoteric information, linking it together with what we already know? Can we afford another week, or should Megan and I sit sail for Crystal tonight, taking this leaky tub up to the canal? Corvo will not hesitate. He will act as soon as I hand over what I know, and if I'm not too hasty, it might be his undoing. Coming home to his native Soconus without some critical piece of knowledge about his affair. And then that's where the Crown Killer would worry about. If that fiend is part of Duke Abil's schemes, as I suspect, how long till the Dreadful Whale catches the Duke's eye? Okay. And that's all I can go to at the moment. Alright, let's make a plan.
All right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There are reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, that Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Is it underwater? I'll save before the skiff and then we'll go. I can make my own bone charms? Okay. Domino. Vision's always good.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go.
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
Take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger. No need to cover your face. There's not much dust from the mines down here at the docks.
The dreadful will. No, it's not on the register. Maybe one of the recent orders from war.
What are you covering your face for? Keep the dust out?
I count on my bad. I should be able to complain to someone.
Careful with that sword. The Grand Guard won't like it.
Up for a beer later?
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one? It's the time when I could go to sleep.
Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. New
So many people
restrictions
trying to
are
get
now
away
in
from
place
Karnaca
due to
now.
political
But where are you gonna
assassinations
go?
conducted
There's
in the
money,
name of the
even if
former
it's
Empress
dirty.
Emily Kaldwin, and carried out by the former Royal Protector, Corvo Atano. The Grand Serkonan Guard will be stopping and questioning all foreigners and new...
Don't be greedy, friend. Oh, you're kind, thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light,
I've heard people sneaking through this blood fly-infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint. Want to see you sometime.
Oh, okay.
Hey, come here. For 3 days following the Duke's return to Karnak, I have something that might interest you. My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Wanna help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body? That's odd. From where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
Welcome. Your face is no concern of mine. Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear.
I need a nap.
Glad we could do business. Come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
So got that.
When others might choose to draw blood, you find another way. This, I think, is my highest praise.
Enjoy the air here.
Fellow Serkonan, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. This year's bloodfly concern is the most severe in recent memory. If you encounter a nest or an infested corpse, do not disturb.
That's Addermeyer in the distance.
Ritual rites of the Alley of the Everyman will be punished severely. Contact the Grand...
You know how it's supposed to go to us. Sure. What are we supposed to do now? We're out of money.
Whether any funds are appropriate.
It wasn't his fault, Maya. I'm sorry, every now and then one of those Grand Guard bastards pulls a stunt like that. It's getting worse. But I might be able to help you out.
We're listening.
There's a stack of goods that no one's claimed in one of the holding warehouses. I happen to know that no one's gonna claim it ever, because it was dropped from a boat, loading up for Freightport. It's good stuff. Spices and dried fish. Maybe worth more than what you lost.
That's a good deal, Maya.
Oh, thank you, Amos.
All right. It's still not fair, them just taking what was ours, but we appreciate what you're offering. If it's like you say, and we can find buyers, then it'll get us through the next month.
Good, good. Look, I wish I could have stopped him. Just meet me here again tomorrow, okay? Same time.
We'll be here.
long ago, I crewed a flatboat loaded down with his blue bloods.
Everybody's looking out for themselves right now.
Oh, Jay, okay. So out in the water.
Careful!
So
Hey!
can I try this pole?
Ooh, somebody's packing weapons.
Fellow Circonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. As a response to violent crime and foreign interference in our affairs, travel between districts is restricted to those carrying the appropriate permits, including citizens.
I'm gonna trade him some wages for a bottle of whiskey.
Careful!
Maybe try my luck at dice.
To hinder the Grand Guard in their exercise of
It's infested, all right. Move slowly, stay away from the nests, and try to avoid getting filled with bloodfly venom and eggs.
Message to be group. Let's read. So I was answering a message. Traditional Sir Conan sons, Elmira, please come home. Elmira, she left one day to work the clay, but never did come back this way. They say she left a silver vein longer than the empire's reign, running deep the miner's way, looking for the light of day. Well, that's the song. I'm not gonna sing it because I don't know what it's supposed to be fucking sound like, so. But that was a little trick, little applause for you guys.
Everyone is looking for me. It might pay to be discreet.
I'll quickly go to the bathroom again real quick. Sorry, I'm back. I just need to read something. Cool. I'll play for a bit longer than typical. System bypass while I shut down the windmill.
You miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? Hey, is the windmill turning all right up there? No problems?
Don't worry, it's turning. Plenty of electricity.
Good. I like this setup better than using the well oil tanks. The wind won't run dry.
Unless something happens to the windmill. These break down just as often.
Someone there? Sure enough. So, let's see.
Okay. I'm comfortable enough to leave these sessions mid-mission, because there's so much to do going around getting everything. There's only 9 like actual missions to do.
You miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through it.
Yeah, we couldn't stop him.
Hey, is the windmill turning all right up there? No problems? Someone's suspicious. Who are you? Stop!
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, I'll talk about it a bit more, or at least to remind everyone, but I'm starting school again next week. I'm going back to do a degree in cybersecurity so I can get a
Miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you
cool
reported me.
certificate and hopefully get some better jobs.
Please. It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through it.
Yeah, we couldn't stop him.
You're not supposed to be here!
You aren't going anywhere! So many of us. It was never meant to be this way.
Mercy!
I get that much damage. Oh, because of the flies.
Miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through it.
Yeah, we couldn't stop him.
Hey, is the windmill turning all right up there? No problems?
Don't worry, it's turning. Plenty of electricity.
Good. like this setup better than using the well oil tanks. The wind won't run dry.
Unless something happens to the windmill. These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
The wind picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
Right. And if that happens, trust me, don't stand too close to the wall of light.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
It says I was gonna play longer, but my friends invited me to do something, so might stop at regular time. My apologies.
I'm hungry. It sure reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform.
Corporal Telly, if that engineer comes back to service with me, do not go up the ladder to show flavor for her. It's not your job, and I won't have my soldiers, squads with another department. If the lead is a friend of heights, it's her problem. How can he expect to work with windmills without being able to cut the shot off? I have no idea, but I don't care. Captain Figueroa.
I'm sure it's nothing. Someone just heard a dog bark or something. Of course, now we're all on edge.
What?
God damn it, god damn it. I mean, I should have saved after I took her out, but god damn it, god damn it. Play your
Miserable
own
rat. I
rain.
told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you. Please, you gave me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? No. This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through it.
Yeah, we couldn't stop him.
Wait for this convo.
Hey, is the windmill turning all right up there? No problems?
Don't worry, it's turning. Plenty of electricity.
Good. I like this setup better than using the well oil tanks. The wind won't run dry.
Unless something happens to the windmill. These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
The wind picks up too strong? What was that?
Broken glass. Did you hear that? Here?
That does exactly what I think it does. Interesting, interesting.
These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
The wind picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
That sounded like broken glass. Come on, let's finish this.
That worked, but not really. I just gotta wait for that guy to move.
These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
The wind picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
Right. And if that happens, trust me, don't stand too close to the wall of light.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
What are you fucking doing, kid? It's because I opened the thing, isn't it?
These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
The wind picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
Right. And if that happens, trust me, don't stand too close to the wall of light.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
God damn it, god damn it. I should have saved, so now I'm suffering.
These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
The wind picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
Right. And if that happens, trust me, don't stand too close to the wall of light.
What's going on here? So let's see. What was it? Nothing here? Look around.
Let's have a look around.
I had a great run before.
These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
The wind picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
Right. And if that happens, trust me, don't stand too close to the wall of light.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. Someone there sure saw something. What is going on?
Fuck you.
What's going on here? Stop!
How? How? What is this? I wanted to make some progress today, but it's just not happening, lads.
These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
You know what? If I do
The wind
this.
picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
Yeah.
Right. And if that happens, trust me, don't stand too close to the wall of light.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
That'd be terrible.
Hey, who are you? Stop!
At night, in the pubs, there's always someone asking to be slapped or hit with a chair.
Like, yeah, that does the job, but it counts as being seen, and I'm trying to not be seen.
These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
The wind picks up too strong? Like in a storm?
Right. And if that happens, trust me, don't stand too close to the wall of light.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Alright. progress. Do not go up the ladder to throw the shut off level 4. It's not a job. Okay.
So won't you marry me? 12 weeks have I been at sea, chasing monsters in the brine, dancing
No, I'm sure.
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Here? Listen, I only need
This area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside.
This place has changed a lot over the years, and not for the better.
There's a strange sound. No.
Dig deep, brother. Remember that the profane seeks to hide itself. You know not the mind of the deviant, for their thoughts are drowned in dark waters.
My heart can't take much more of this.
Karnaca was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place. Before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here, and I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge. Or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
Like, Domino is really good. If I can knock one out, I can knock a whole bunch of people out. That sounds fun. But I might save it for now. Some burn charms will be killer. Look at that. Drop assassinations to storm mana. Enemies miss with fire projectiles more often. I literally have nothing, so they can stay for now. Nice that you be back on me. Where'd you get the drill? Want to chat about it? Come to the Crone's Hand and Dust District. Ask for Mindy or a great time. Oh, that's the outpost, okay.
She's made a dog's breakfast of the whole thing. And who's gotta clean it up? Me, of course.
War in the fight to save your eternal spirit. Be wary for the agents of the outside. Stay. Stay to the flesh that is familiar. Let not the wanderer into your home, friend. Avoid the stranger, for their time to sink roots into the bedrock of
here in the city, for instance. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge of construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish if they took the music boxes and perverted them to their own ends.
Exactly, brother. Much better.
Excerpt from College to overview the 7 scriptures. Surround your and innermost with these scriptures and you'll be safe. 7 scriptures are core principles taught and enforced by the overseer across the Isles. From these principles stem all manners of rules, social codes, and beliefs in the cosmos. Wandering gaze, lying tongue, restless hands, raving feet, rampant hunger, wanton flesh, errant mind. All these behaviors must be restricted in order to keep one's heart free from malevolent, the inroads to the outside.
Such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed in a fight against the supernatural.
Vice Overseer Liam Byrne. Some take comfort from the strictures.
You would have figured that they might have gotten rid of all this shit. Because of what happened. Exit for long growth. Throughout the natural world, there are ripples that we can barely perceive with our senses. An ancient music permeating everything as a fundamental structural rule. Through it, you can work wonders without violating a natural world or begging favors from unfriendly spirits. Throughout my studies, I've acquired a note 17 scale derived from its phenomenon. With the right equipment, these notes allow for astonishing effects. Not the least is the ability to calm the turbulence originating in the void, which we attribute to the outsider. go upstairs first. Oh no, I want to go downstairs because of all this stuff. Because if I have a look here, there's that.
I will never forget her words. She looked up at me and asked what shrines to the outsider could be found across the Isles. She affected a look of innocence, but beneath it I saw guile. My suspicions arose at once, and I questioned her sharply until she confessed to playing alone in an empty woodcarver shop at the edge of town. Each day for a week, she crept back to that place, and there in the cellar, she found cloth of purple and red, suspended from the walls, and a wretched altar of candles burned low. Some small...
Oh, there's someone here, yeah. Cool. Did I not get this one already? Oh. Oh, I need to look for the code, okay. Esteemed overseer, hope you're good health, not too nostalgic for where you've gone, which I'm mistaken with this year from my stream of letters, but our problems in Sir kindness are significant. Any insights you can afford will be all welcome. Duke of Beale is a travesty, openly disdainful of the Abbey, and yet I must maintain relations with him for the welfare of this nation. You've been called to unify something of the Abbey greatly need of, and the horror is the rat plague, so your guidance will be of value. Under the Duke, the streets are overrun with cutthroats. Paolo and his gang is going boarding every day. Lastly, my recent correspondence with their sisters have been troubling. The response have arrived at being marked delay. Their recent proclamations possessed unusual cadence. Well, let's see if we find the answer upstairs.
This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else, maybe Overseer Kindana. Until then...
Huh?
One body here, pal. Brother Bernays, where do you find these drawings? I made them as a settlement artist, making new paper sentence. don't look like advertisements. Look like heretic nonsense tend to make your neighbors sick or bring your love back, loved one. Nothing will dissuade you from these notions, I'm sure. So instead of wasting my breath, I'll give you some advice. Take a bath once in a while, overseer, and invest in some scented soap, unless that's against the laws of the strictures. Apparently the accursed suffered from a weakened heart, dying of interrogation without providing any further. His apartment on the canal should be searched for items and drawings of gripping nature.
That's Mindy Blanchard.
How do we... Did I not loot? Further upstairs. Maybe a huge place tomorrow night, but usually redraw we talked about. See what else is in here. And I'll grab the body. And we'll call it there. So probably not. Okay, it's two people. Wow. I'm gonna stand next to the body so I don't forget about it next time. We also have a safe to unlock. And some other
That's
things.
it. The body Mindy sent me after.
So we'll do this next time. Yeah, thanks for coming. Hope you had a good time. I had no idea aside from the crash. It's lots of fun. Back in the Dishonored state, lots of stealth. Sorry, stretching. You can join me tomorrow as a GM Guardians Rebirth, a homebrew D&D campaign based on isekai. It's lots of fun. I enjoy it a lot. Tuesday, as I said, starting school next week. So from here till probably for a year, I might be taking some time off to do homework. I'm going to try and keep Saturdays open so we can do D&D. But other than that, I might need to take a day or a week off maybe to do some homework. So we'll see. We'll try and keep it going for as long as we can. Otherwise, Tuesday is going to be Octopath Traveler, finishing off some traveling, and then we're going to have a look at doing chapter 4s and the last lot of quests we have. Go to hand them all in if we can. I'm forgetting my days. Wednesday's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Thursday is Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. And yeah, more of this next week. Hope you had a good time. We might be doing a one-shot next week, next Saturday. So that'll be fun. But we also might not be streaming because I am my mother's having a party and I might be loud because we are Greek and we do like to dance. Well, let's find you someone to raid, huh? And then I'll go away. As I do too. Okay, I'm playing that game. Let's see if it's here. Get it downloading well. Firefox is gone. Alright. folks. Back. Anyone else playing Dishonored 2? Someone's playing a high chaos run. Let's raid them. I'm doing a low chaos run. Anyway, thanks for coming, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.